she has gotten significantly bigger. Stephanie White has confirmed it. Stephanie White has gone out here and confirmed that CaitlinClark has been bulking up. Like, that she's bulked up as a player and that she's no longer like skinny and weak.
CaitlinClark just sent shockwaves through the WNBA, and no, it's not just because of her signature step-back three. She's been quietly transforming her body, and now she looks built, stronger, and more unstoppable than ever.
All right, guys, we're starting a little TikTok weight room vlog. We're gonna show you what we do.
Get the butt down.
Okay, speed. Okay, speed.
Wait, good for it.
Oh, she is strong. All right, guys, that's our lift. We are strong. Okay, we're actually strong. What?
You're probably wondering, how did this happen? And more importantly, what does it mean for the league? Well, we're about to break down how Clark went from getting bullied on the court to becoming an absolute force, and why every single defender in the WNBA should be terrified.
I gotta ask you a basketball question. I know that you work really hard in the off season. You said yesterday you're always trying to get better. What's the thing that you're working on in this off season?
I think, honestly, besides the actual basketball skill part of it, I think getting stronger, that's what I'm focusing on. I'm in the weight room a lot, just building that strength. Obviously, it was hard going right from the college season to the professional season. You don't get to spend a lot of time in the weight room, so that's what I've tried to focus on the most here. And then obviously, a lot of things on the court. I'm always wanting to get better, and that's kind of what drives me, and I love it. I love getting to do it, and I feel very fortunate that it's my job.
Think back to Clark's rookie season. She was phenomenal, no doubt. But let's be real, she took a beating. Defenders were pushing her, knocking her off balance and making every drive to the hoop feel like a full-body collision.
I feel like I'm getting hammered.
You could see it. Players like Dejanay Carrington, Kennedy Carter, and Angel Reese were out there treating her like a rag doll, trying to send a message.
And Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter, I think that's going to be a flagrant one.
They thought she was too skinny, too weak, that she wouldn't be able to handle the physicality of the WNBA. And for a second, some people started wondering the same thing. Would Clark end up like other college stars who couldn't handle the jump to the WNBA? Would she fade under the pressure? Yeah, not a chance. Because CaitlinClark is built different.
Like, every time you're seeing CaitlinClark out, it's like, okay, she's not as skinny as she was. And this is someone who, like, that's something that she really needs to, that's something she really needs to do.
Clark didn't just take those hits and accept them. She took notes. And this offseason, she hit the gym with a vengeance. No more getting pushed around. No more taking cheap shots without a response. No more defenders acting like they could throw her off her game with physicality alone. And now, she's stronger than ever. Her coach, Stephanie White, has already noticed the difference. Clark isn't just stronger, she's tougher, faster, and more durable. This isn't about just adding muscle. This is about becoming an unstoppable force.
Is CaitlinClark stronger, or do you expect her to get stronger? And two, like, what's realistic, like, in terms of from a great first year to now second year in the league where, you know, it's not as new anymore, right? And you sort of know how the league plays, if nothing else.
Yes, she is stronger, first and foremost. And again, she's got a lot of self-awareness. And, she figured that out, right away. Like, I need to get stronger. I can't get knocked around as much.
Her arms? They're looking like tree trunks now. Her core strength? Next level. Her ability to take contact? Completely transformed. Clark didn't just tone up. She built an entirely new version of herself. And now, the WNBA isn't ready for what's coming.
Not that she was like too weak to be in the W, but like she was too weak to be like an imposing presence in the W like she was in college, because she could be physically dominated. And then obviously we have seen throughout the offseason, we have seen like some of the transformation.
For months, defenders tried to make Clark's life miserable. They fouled her hard, knocked her to the floor, mocked her in post-game interviews, and acted like she didn't belong. But here's the thing. She was already dropping points on them while getting pushed around. Now, good luck stopping her. Because the days of Clark being the one getting bullied are over.
CaitlinClark just dropped her daily off-season workout, and it's absolute. This is why the WNBA was in big trouble.
This time, she's the one initiating contact. She's not getting bumped off her spots anymore. She's creating her own space. She's not just an outside shooter anymore. She's taking defenders inside, bodying them in the paint, and forcing them to respect her in every area of the court. And the best part? They can't do anything about it.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
Clark was already one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in the WNBA, but now she's added a post-up game. Imagine this, CaitlinClark backing down a defender, using her newfound strength to muscle them into the paint before either scoring effortlessly or kicking it out to an open teammate for an easy bucket. This isn't just an upgrade, this is a nightmare scenario for every team in the league. Because now, there is no way to stop her.
Somebody said the league is not ready for Caitlin. 3.0 MVP is hers. Yes, go. Fever admin, I love you. Caitlin put some weight on, bro. She definitely got in the weight room. And like, I don't think Caitlin put weight on. I think Caitlin put a lot of muscle on. I think that's what the biggest difference is that we're seeing out of Caitlin. You know, going into this upcoming season, I think Caitlin put a bunch of muscle on, and it shows. It shows within her, you know, her body frame. It shows that her arms is bigger. And her thighs is way wider. She definitely put some muscle on.
And that's why the entire WNBA is on high alert. Clark isn't just coming back for another season. She's coming back as an entirely new beast. And the defenders who thought they had her figured out, they're in for a rude awakening.
So CaitlinClark in college was not the strongest player in the world. Like, she was somebody that wasn't weak by any means, but we saw when it came to the WNBA that she wasn't able to really assert herself physically.
CaitlinClark's transformation isn't just about dominating this season. It's about setting herself up to be a force in the league for years to come. This isn't just some off-season tune-up. This is the kind of dedication that turns good players into great ones, and great ones into legends. And now the real question. Can Clark actually use those new muscles she's been building? The answer? Absolutely.
Done a great job of getting in the weight room and really focusing on her areas that she needs to focus on in terms of strength, in terms of, low center of gravity, time under tension, like all of those things. I think the next step is efficiency, right? Like not so many turnovers.
She hasn't just bulked up. She's completely redefined her game. This isn't the same CaitlinClark you saw last season. She's added an entirely new layer to her skill set, one that's going to have defenders scrambling to figure out how to stop her. Think about how Clark used to play. Speed and elite shooting were her calling cards. That hasn't changed. But now, she's added power moves to her arsenal that will make her a nightmare to guard. Those smaller guards who used to try and body her up? Yeah. They're about to get a rude awakening.
I genuinely think that CaitlinClark had quite a lot of flaws, but so is still, even with flaws, she was that good that if she can figure out those flaws, she's going to be the best player ever. That's the reality of the situation. And one of them was that she was very skinny. Stephanie White knows she's talking about, and confirming CaitlinClark is stronger is going to help a lot, because we saw after Olympic break when CaitlinClark got stronger that she was posting up guards. Like, she doesn't have very many post moves, but that double bang with her left shoulder into the turnaround layup floater thingies off the backboard, it worked really well. And like, we saw her taking some bigger guards in the post.